Hey, and welcome back everyone. You're watching a meal at Gunpla, where we buy random things so you guys don't have to. And on today's list of random items, we are building the Bandai Best Hit Chronicle Cup Noodle Kit. So when this kit was first announced, I was super excited. I don't know why. I honestly do not know. All I know is that growing up, I ate cup of noodles a lot. It's just like one of those easy meals you heat up in the microwave. Technically, you're not supposed to heat it up in the microwave. You pour hot water in the cup, wait a few minutes, and you got a meal ready. Definitely in college and even some days after that, these were my go-to struggle meal just because they're so cheap, but they're still pretty good and relatively filling. So obviously I have some personal affiliation with cup noodles, as I'm sure most people do. It's not weird, right? No? So this year Bandai actually created a kit that is a 1-to-1 scale model of cup noodles. This is gonna be the original Japanese one, the original flavor being something like beef and shrimp, something like that. And looking at the box so far, it actually looks pretty accurate, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm super excited to build this thing. I'll let you guys know what I think of it at the end. And without further ado, let's start building. So one of the first things I noticed on this box was there's a label that says "Do not eat." I mean, it's not like people are gonna be confused by it, right? They try to make it pretty clear that this isn't an actual food item. Even though it does look pretty good, this one is gonna have a lot more Japanese literature than the more recent Gundam kits have. But at the same time, it has the English translations below. As we can see here, it comes with the cup, the noodles, the toppings, and even a lid. In the toppings, we get some shrimp, we get some green onions, I don't know what that is, noodles, and beef and corn. On this side, it shows all the different runners. We'll also take a look at that once the box is opened, and we have a bunch of stickers for the kit. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like stickers on their kits. They prefer water slide decals, if anything. But I mean, it's cup noodles, you can't really complain with this, and hopefully someone like Delphi Decal can come out with a water slide kit for it. That'd be pretty neat. So let's go ahead and open the box. And opening the box, we are greeted with huge pieces, huge thick runners. I'll go ahead and open them one by one and show you guys what they're all about. So starting off with the A runner, we have what looks to be the base, a bunch of the toppings. This is actually egg, not corn, like I said earlier. Here's a close-up of the shrimp pieces. Each of them are different, pretty cool to see. Here's a close-up of the beef. Honestly, with some good painting, these could look really realistic. The texture is almost perfect. And here we have the different letters for the cup noodles logo. Like most Bandai kits, the A runner is obviously going to be the one with the most color separation, so that's pretty cool that it's consistent even with a kit like this. Up next, our B runner. This is going to have more parts for the cup. Nothing special here. We can see that a lot of the text is engraved into the plastic. The white lettering on some of it does pop out so that we can insert the colored plastic around it so it can show. An example of that is here with the cup noodles logo. You can see it says cup noodle around the outside with the brand right below that. Here we have the rim of the cup, all one piece around the edge. That means we won't see any seam lines around it, so that's pretty good. Next, we have C1, C2, and C3. So these are gonna be parts of the cup where it interlocks with different colors just to give some color separation throughout the middle of the cup. Give me 1 second. Now, I live in the United States, so it's pretty hard to get the original Japanese cup noodles, but I do have a chicken version of the American version. So I'm gonna try to use this as a comparison. We'll see how well it goes, but hopefully it's not too different. This specific cup is actually really weird. It looks like it's kind of exploding from the inside, so you can also smell the chicken already. It's not even open. Anyways, so these rings are kind of like what the interlocking white and gold are right here. Once we get the gold pieces cut out, they slot in and produce that pattern. And with the D runner, we have the top of our noodles and the bottom of our noodles. They fit together with a peg type of system. Hopefully it's not too complicated. With our E runner, we get more noodles. We have the 4 main parts that make up the noodles, and then these 4 parts right here are actually details that slot into the sides. With the F runner, we have F1, F2, and F3. These are gonna be the gold accent parts that slot together with the white runners. G1 and G2 are red accent parts that do the same thing. They're just in red. We also have F4 right here. This is part of one of the logo pieces that we'll see later on. And lastly, we have the H runner. This is gonna be the red outline for our logo, our slogan, and some of the other little icons around the cup. Here we have our lid. I'm not sure if it's a sticker all the way around. I kind of don't want to peel it up until the end, but that's what it looks like. It looks pretty much exactly like a cup noodles lid. And lastly, here is our sticker sheet. The sticker sheet's pretty cool. We have some legitimate nutritional information, some instructions, I'm assuming, as well as other necessary health information. We have some warning signs here. And right here, we even have what looks like an expiration date of sorts that would usually go on the bottom of the cup. Here we have some details that we add to the shrimp just to make it look more like shrimp. And these look like they are more details that go around the cup. I'm very curious as to whether or not this barcode actually works. I'm gonna try scanning it with this random barcode app that I just downloaded, see if it scans anything. Yo, this is the legit Japanese cup noodles. It pulls up a link to an eBay listing for it. That's crazy. So there's definitely a lot of realism with all the stickers, from the nutritional facts even to the barcode and the expiration date. I just noticed if you look on the expiration date, these aren't zeros, these are like infinity symbols, meaning this never expires. Anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start building it. You guys can watch the time lapse or you can skip ahead to the end, up to you. But let's go ahead and get started. So this is the cup. It looks pretty dang good, honestly. I hate to admit it. It's literally a 1:1 scale size. That's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but here we still have the barcode and nutritional information and whatnot. Building the logo is probably the most satisfying part. And Bandai could have easily just left the inner part as white like they did right here with the slogan. They definitely left it as different pieces on purpose just because it legitimately was pretty satisfying putting each of the letters into the red slots. All right, onto the noodles. And here we have our noodles. From a distance, even on camera, it looks pretty realistic. Like, I don't want to take the real noodles out of that other one just because I don't want to get chicken dust everywhere, but this looks like it could be a pack of ramen. And literally all we do with this is we slide it into the cup, and there we have our ramen. And one feature they included is you can take off this front panel just so you can see the noodles right inside. So I'm not gonna put the lid sticker on just yet, just because I have to cut out the different toppings. Now we're moving on to the toppings. And there we have the full build. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap some stickers on this bad boy and show you guys the final product. So yeah, guys, this is an insanely accurate 1:1 model for, oh, wrong cup. This is an insanely accurate 1:1 model of cup noodles. It does come in a bit pricey at $25 US, but it also has a lot of plastic that comes with it. It's definitely not a must-have kit by any means, but honestly, as a Gunpla builder, it's pretty cool to have. I can also see it being a pretty good like gag gift or Secret Santa gift. It's not that hard to build, and most people, if not everyone, knows what cup noodle is already. So yeah, if you're looking for something new to do, I definitely recommend. It's super accurate down to the very stickers. The lid is completely accurate. From what I've seen, it's pretty much the same text as what you would see on a normal cup noodle from Japan. It even has this freshness seal here to know that it's not been tampered with. The lid is a sticker around the rim, so when you have it put on correctly, it actually stays fully closed. The freaking barcode even brings you to the actual product. I don't know how much more accurate you could get with this. So there's plenty of good things about it. A few negative comments I have on it are, one, the stickers on the shrimp are just absurdly hard to put on. Because it's such an unorthodox shape, there's not really a good place to place the sticker. You kind of just have to guess where it's gonna look good. Two, the stickers on the nutritional information and company information on the back, these are all one huge chunk of sticker. So it's kind of hard to align it correctly without stretching the sticker. The sticker I have right here is a little offset, and it's really hard to correct it just because the sticker's so huge. So if you change one part, it ends up being offset on another area of the sticker. Anyways guys, if you're a huge fan of cup noodle, or you're on a low carb diet and you just want to satisfy your noodle craving, go ahead and pick up this kit and start building.